Welcome back to the TriFecta Airsoft podcast. I'm your host, E-Rock. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so you never miss another podcast. Also, do me a favor. Go on to whatever podcast app you listen to us on and give us a rating and review. That really helps us rank in the searches. Thank you so much. Let's get into the podcast. Welcome, bro.
Thank you. It's nice to be back.
Yeah, so you're freelance. Your Instagram is Freelance, right? Freelance or Freelance 6mm, something like that?
Freelance Airsoft. I changed it from 6mm to Airsoft.
Okay.
I found it easier for people that go through like Airsoft Instagrams.
Yeah.
Having Airsoft in your name just seems to make it a bit easier for people to find you.
Gotcha.
So
it makes sense.
Yeah. But
yeah, because if you just have freelance, it's like, what the fuck? What are you freelancing, bro?
Yeah, exactly. Photography, porn,
I
anything.
mean, it could be a porn, you could be a gigolo, you could be a fucking hitman, you could be a. Is Bernie back there?
Bernie's sat in the corner, just giving me she's giving me the death stare right
now. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. So it's Freelance Airsoft or Airsoft Freelance. Okay. Yeah. And you sent me a picture today. We set this up a couple weeks ago, and last week I had to cancel and reschedule for today.
I'm thankful you did, because I was feeling if there's anything. I had a haircut over the weekend. I looked homeless last week. It was that bad.
You looked homeless?
Yeah, my beard was just really scraggly, and it was not a good look, at all. So when you asked to reschedule it, I did kind of thank my blessings, because I feel a lot better, I look a lot better.
That's good.
So
you don't look homeless. You look good, man.
Not anymore, no.
You were going for you were prepping your Halloween costume, right? Is that what it was?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, homeless shopping cart guy. That's what I was going for. But
I love it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
But it's been a few weeks we've had this in the pipelines, so
yeah. Well, I kind of had to slow down. I took a couple weeks off from any of them and just caught up on editing all the ones that I had because I had done so many so close together, but I wasn't releasing more. I was still staying on the same Monday, Wednesday, and Friday release schedule because I wanted some consistency with the audio stuff, like with Spotify and all those other things that I'm trying to get found on there. And so I wanted some consistency with the schedule. Well, I had so many backed up. It was like at one point, I think they were 2.5, almost 3 weeks behind as far as, from the time I recorded and, talked to somebody till they came out. And people would text me like, hey, just curious, when's it coming out? I'm like, bro, it'll like next week, so
it's coming, don't worry.
I slowed down so that these will come out sooner. Like this one will come out next Monday. So instead of 2 weeks away, it's not too bad. Yeah. So, but anyway, so I slowed down, took some time off, and then I was doing, just normal around the house shit. I'm working on this back room. Still finishing that.
Paint on your arm.
Yeah, bro. Look, I didn't have time to clean up when I got home. Fucking traffic was shit
it's the same
today.
Here.
Oh,
the weather today as well. I know it's such a British thing, but the weather has been absolutely whack today. So I was driving home, window down, arm out. It was lovely. And then 1 minute, the heavens open and just you just can't.
Fucking Noah's Ark again. Yeah.
Yeah, and then literally about 5 minutes before you sent me the link to Zoom, we just had thunder and lightning. So me and Bernie had just been sat by the window just watching it.
Yeah.
Because, it's so weird at the minute.
We had So yesterday was Halloween. Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
and here in South Carolina, in this state, now every state in America handles trick or treat differently. Okay. So some
Yeah.
states, they'll do it on a weekend. They'll always do it on a weekend so that the parents, people are usually off work, kids are off school, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. And they'll have trick or treat like on a Saturday or Sunday if
Yeah.
Halloween falls on a weekday or whatever. So,
Yeah. It
well,
makes
here,
sense.
yeah, here in South Carolina, they don't do that. They have trick or treat on actual Halloween. So we
Yeah.
had
Same
trick or
over
treat.
here.
Okay, we had it last night. Well, it's been dry weather here for fucking like a month. Okay, no
Yeah.
rain. And then the day before Halloween, and then yesterday during the day, it was fucking nasty out, bro. It's just gray skies, wind blowing, looked like a wintry, just
Yeah.
pouring rain, sloppy mud everywhere and shit.
Yeah.
And we're like, fuck, man, the kid, our grandkids are going, trick or treating last night. So, but later in the afternoon, it stopped raining. Everything was fine,
Yeah.
and we had a good time last night. Too good of a time. I was fucking hungover today, bro. Holy shit.
Nice. Respect.
Hell yeah.
I like it. Man of my own heart.
Oh, dude. Well, so there was Monday Night Football on, American
Right.
football. So during the
Yeah.
football season, I'm not sure if you follow it or if you know, but American football, there's a game on Monday nights. There's Monday Night Football, then there's Thursday Night Football, and then
Yeah.
Sunday. Well, that's NFL. And then college football
Yeah.
goes, they'll have a game on Friday nights, which they just started doing last year or the year before, because there's so many fucking college teams now. They started doing
Yeah.
a Friday night game. Then and of course, all day Saturday and all night Saturday is college football. So last night was Monday Night Football. Two teams that me and some family members kind of follow or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting there, of course, the trick or treat. We had a bonfire going out on the driveway where all the kids
Nice.
come up. We had, decorated and scarecrow shit that, when you
Yeah.
make noise, when the kids come up, it jumps out and does this fucking, it
That's
scares the little
cool.
kids. It was fun. And I'm sitting there drinking like crazy, man. Me and my boys and my brother-in-law drinking, watching football. We had a football game outside. He brought his TV out in the garage,
Yeah.
and we set that up. So we had the football on behind us. We're sitting in these chairs on the driveway with the fire pit going, and I had music playing. The football
Nice.
game. We're fucking drinking. We got a fire, and then of course everybody from the neighborhood's coming over, getting candy and shit. So,
Yeah.
um, I don't remember getting
That's
home
cool.
last night. Let's put it that way. Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Mate, if you tried doing that in the UK, neighbours would kick off. Honestly, it would be a riot. You
Oh yeah.
didn't know. Like, your neighbour would just tell you to piss off and go home. Like, you couldn't do that in the UK, honestly.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Oh, dude, and I'm
Yes,
standing out
no.
there, bro. I don't know if you saw my Instagram post just like earlier today, just a few hours ago. I had
Oh, the
I
Halloween
dressed up.
costumes.
Yeah, I dressed up
Yeah, I
as
did see it.
Austin from Payday 2. You know the video game Payday, the bank robbers.
Oh, what the, oh, I don't think you can, no, it's not gonna, no.
Almost.
But yeah, no, the American flag mask.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
like
I,
it.
I I
I
put the
like it.
suit jacket on, the blue suit jacket.
Yeah,
I actually had this T-shirt on, "Fuck Your Feelings" T-shirt, and then and I'm sitting
that's
there. I
cool.
had a combat shotgun, airsoft
Yeah,
shotgun strapped over my shoulder, like hanging right here in front of me,
yeah,
and of course that mask on. So where people are coming up, I'm standing there with this gun, like waving it around and shit. And all these dads are like, "Hey, that's cool, man. Whatever." Like South Carolina, bro. Here, nobody even like looks twice at a gun. Like they see them so often.
yeah.
Everyone carries.
If you did that over here, you'd have the police called on you in about 5 minutes. Literally,
Uh,
you get cornered by the police, and yeah, you get shot
oh
to shit.
Jesus. No, hell
Yeah,
no, bro. Yeah, it was
it's
but yeah, we had a good time. It was good.
well, it looked it. By the sounds of it, it was
Did you
good.
guys do a Halloween party over the weekend or anything?
No. To be honest, I can't remember what I did on the weekend. No,
That might be
I
good.
played the new. I played the new Call of Duty all weekend. That's
Oh
literally all I did.
shit. That's why you looked homeless,
Bernie was
bro. It sucked into the
well,
fucking game.
Bernie was working all weekend, so I was like, right,
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. Get the boys on Call of Duty, and we'll just
Yeah.
absolutely sesh it. And
Nice.
yeah, it was good fun. It was like the old days, like
Mm-hmm.
old school Call of Duty days. Because yeah, I had a milsim the other weekend, so this was my weekend to relax and just sort of
Hell yeah.
enjoy myself. And then yeah, had a night game on Saturday with some of the boys, which yeah, I blew my trousers up on. That was
Nice.
fun.
Yeah.
That was yeah. So basically, I had one of the ring pull grenades on the carabiner on my belt, and it broke off. Like the main body of it broke off, so I just had the fuse left on it. So I was like, oh, I'll just rip it off and chuck it to one side.
Yeah.
I tugged on it, but I didn't put it all the way off. So it was still stuck on the ring pull, but it set light to it. And that was just burning next to my leg. And I was like, I'm not touching that. Just going to let it go off. And
Oh,
yeah, I was just thought to myself, this is going to
oh
hurt.
shit.
This will really hurt. And yeah, it went off. I was like, ow. Yeah, blew a hole in my trousers. I just dropped my trousers just to look at my leg. I was like, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
Went back playing. I was like, screw it. It's not that bad. Yeah.
So I love this. So you blow yourself up with a grenade, a fuse,
Yeah.
it's stuck on you, and you're like, you just fucking drop your pants
Oh, yeah.
in the middle of a game.
Yeah.
What? Everyone's like, bro, what the fuck?
Oh, no one paid attention to it. They just saw the grenade go off, saw me drop my trousers, just sort of carried on.
Now, what do you mix in there?
I had gin tonight again.
Yes.
Yeah, Bernie brought me a nice orange and mango gin.
Now, what brand of gin is popular over there in the UK?
To be honest, the first one that comes to mind is Gordon's. Gordon's gin.
Is that what that one is?
No, this is a different one. This one's called Limehouse. So, I'll say Gordon's or Bombay Sapphire. It's probably
Bombay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably the top two, I would say. Yeah, while we're on the topic of alcohol, I love how Caitlin painted me as such an alcoholic in her podcast.
Yeah, so let me give some. So for anyone watching or listening to this, let me tie these people together. You know, kind of like a family tree, I guess. So this is so Marcus here is with Bernie, who is Red Panda. I did a podcast with Red Panda a long time ago, just me and her. Well, then we did another one with you know, Marcus and her, you know, you guys as a couple. Well, then through you guys, through Red Panda, through Bernie, I found Caitlin in her, you know, Instagram and all that with you guys. And then with so I asked her to be on. Well, she didn't want to be on, you know, back then at the originally. Well, then I talked to your mate, Dan Hayes, who's a photographer and airsofter, obviously. So I did one with him, and then like a couple days later, did one with Caitlin. So Dan and Caitlin are a couple. They are friends with you guys,
Yeah,
and you all play airsoft together, and met through airsoft.
yeah,
Yeah. So, and then
yeah,
now me and Marcus are doing one together, just him by himself. So, yeah.
yeah. It was when I listened to Caitlin's one, I just couldn't help but laugh how she painted me in such a alcoholic light. I was driving my digger, just listening to the podcast, and I just couldn't stop, but I just kept laughing at all these comments she made about me being an alcoholic.
Hell yeah.
But I mean, she's right. We are sort of functional alcoholics in a
Yeah.
way. You know,
Nothing wrong with that.
no, there's nothing wrong with it. So,
Hell yeah.
but
I did, yeah. So she was talking like that. She's like, and the more she's talking, she's going, "Yeah, I guess I am kind of a functioning alcoholic." She's talking about how much she drinks and stuff. And,
it was like an
but
AA meeting to her. It was like the sudden realization of, oh
yeah,
wow, I do like alcohol.
yeah. I love it.
Nothing wrong with it. And then you got Dan,
Yeah.
which is the complete opposite. He doesn't really drink at all, but he
Okay.
doesn't need it
Yeah.
because that man's ADHD is off the scale.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like so when he was talking to you about National Airsoft Festival,
Yep.
yeah, when he did the pictures, he did pictures Saturday morning, and then for the rest of the day he was just sat editing pictures. 9 hours straight, that boy was editing pictures.
Woo.
Yeah, we just kept feeding him every now and then. Like, have some sweets, have some sweets. And he just sat there, just hyper focused on the computer editing. It was amazing to watch
Oh, that's
because
awesome.
he's a very talented kid. He's very
Yeah.
talented. But yeah, his ADHD is just like,
When he was telling me about those some of those pictures on his Instagram that are
Mm.
like the different backgrounds,
yeah,
really cool backgrounds, whatever. He's like, yeah, that like this is how I didn't know. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. Okay, just takes this person, cuts him out of this picture, places
Mm.
him on this already made background, and he's
yeah,
like, no. The desert's one layer. The helicopter's another layer. This over here is a separate layer. I added this over here. It was like fucking 10 different things, bro. I'm like, holy shit,
I know.
dude.
I could not do it. I honestly could not.
No.
Yeah, so he's got a history of photography, as you know, with your video with him.
Yeah.
So all the guys that do the pictures with Krios, so Dan, Caitlin, and Bernie, they've all got history in doing photography. Whereas Muggins over here, I have zero history in photography.
Yeah.
But I like to class myself as an experienced airsofter. So I feel like that helps with the photography. So
Sure.
I'm sort of getting dragged into that now with the photography side of it.
Right.
So I know what airsofters want in their pictures. So, because to be honest, I love a good picture. I'm an absolute slut for a picture. So,
You whore.
yeah, exactly. And yeah, so I know what people want. So I'm like, oh, I'd love a picture like that.
Yeah.
So I'll take it. And that's how I sort of went around doing pictures at NAF. I was like, oh, I'd love a picture like that. So boom, picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, although I do feel slightly underqualified versus the likes of Josh, Bernie, Dan, and Caitlin.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. It was good fun. Like National Airsoft Festival was absolutely amazing.
It looks
and
awesome.
You need to book your ticket soon.
Yeah,
you
for
need to come
real.
over. Honestly.
I know I was looking up tickets. I don't know what the hell I looked up. Soon after we talked and about that, and I was like, All right. Let's see, South Carolina to London, whatever. Just to get a roundabout, thing. And all this stuff came up. I must have clicked on something. I didn't look at the details of it, but it was like
Yeah.
$7,000. I was like, that can't be
Oh,
right. So then I looked up, I'm
no.
like, wait, I don't have their settings right, or I don't know what the fuck, whatever. So I went back and I looked at it again. It was like 700. And
That's a bit better, yeah.
yeah, I was like, okay, that sounds about right. Cause,
Yeah.
um, yeah. So anyway, but, yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all, actually. Cause we're going to next, we're going to, Colombia, like Bogota, Colombia. Next, summer? No, something like that. Think I lost you, dude. All right, we'll wait for it to catch up here. See what happens.
Hey,
There he is.
yeah. Don't know what happened there. It
That's all right.
just went.
Yeah. So yeah. So anyway, I was saying, yeah, I was looking up those tickets. Well, anyway, so that's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's round trip too. So that ain't bad at all.
700 for a return. That's.
Yeah, dude, that
I
is
mean,
not bad. Because we
I
go
mean, I think.
from, uh, my daughter lives in, Utah, which is on the other side of the country, and it's like 2,000 miles, whatever. We fly there and back, and it's like 350 round trip for one ticket.
Jesus.
So,
Jeez. That's.
well,
That's horrendous.
uh,
Oh, it just puts things in such comparison over here. I'm working about 70 miles away from where I live, and I think that's a long way. Like, I'm driving an
70.
hour and a half to work every day, and I think that's bad.
Yeah, 70 miles. Well, that's a long way to drive every day, though, for work.
Yeah,
One way.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not pleasant.
Yeah.
It's yeah, it is a bit shit to
It's,
be honest, but
well,
Burnley,
when you do a road trip, like you just get in this different mindset, right? So, yeah, from when I drove, so I was, to give you some idea, I was stationed in California, and from California to South Carolina is over 3,000 miles, and we drove a moving truck with all our shit in it.
mm,
I drove that from California, and it was three full days of driving, and
driving.
we only stopped one night,
Oh,
bro. Yeah,
hats off to you, honestly.
my ass was hurting. Okay.
I I was struggling on the way up to AI 500.
How far
That
was that?
oh,
6 hours.
that was I had to go and pick Josh up from London. That was so London's only about an hour away from me.
Okay.
And then from London to Manchester, which is where the event was only about it's about 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But it took us 9 hours to get up there. Yeah, and I was hurting after that. So
Damn.
3 days of driving. Mm-mm.
Well, look,
Mm-mm.
bro, that ain't happening now. Okay, this is back when I was fucking 21. Um, Now I can't spend if I'm in the car for more than 2.5 hours. I honestly I can't walk for about 5 to 10 minutes. I literally cannot walk.
I'm only, I'm only 24 and I feel the same. Honestly, I get
It's
out of
that
the
fucking.
van when I get
You need more gin, okay? That's what it is.
in the morning. Yeah, get to work and I get out of the van when I get to work and I stretch, like proper stretch. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I do the groan and everything. It's bad. I've got the body of a 50-year-old.
Well, I
It's
saw your picture,
terrible.
bro. The picture you sent me from your where you were working
Yeah,
today. It looked muddy as
yeah.
shit. So you
Oh,
drive
that's
that digger around?
yeah. So we're doing a dam repair on a 200-year-old water mill.
Wow.
Yeah. So basically, we just got to empty the lake out of all the shit, and we're just
Uh,
sticking it up one into the lake. And
yeah.
yeah, so I'm basically just stacking all the silt up. And yeah, I just basically sit there for half the day and move it the rest of the half.
Yeah.
That's sort of my job. I listen to music, and it's a pretty easy job to be honest at the minute.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're almost done with the lake desilt. So then it's going to be the actual dam repair, which is going to be the absolute pig of the job.
Oh yeah.
Just flooding it with concrete and yeah, that's
Build,
going to be the fun bit.
building all the
Yeah,
frames and the yeah.
yeah, yeah. So it's getting to the fun part now, which is fun because yeah, I've moved over to the machine driving side of things now, which
Okay.
is fun, but it's also boring.
Yeah.
Like you drive machines every now and then, so you sort of understand.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've got a new labourer that's joined us recently, and he is um, don't know sort of the best way to describe him. Is sort of his work ethic really isn't there.
What is it now? He's
It
fucking lazy?
is pretty much yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. It's yeah.
I
I was trying to be
yeah,
polite about
I
it.
have a hard time picking up, sometimes when people are trying to say it a nice way, I just don't get it.
Yeah,
So,
when you beat
okay.
around the bush, it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. He's lazy.
That
So
sucks.
yeah, it's been yeah. So he's 33 as well. So you try and sort of point him in the right direction so he can sort of think for himself, but that man's got zero brain cells. I swear. Like honestly, like I swear a toddler could do his job.
Oh,
It's painful to watch. Honestly,
there's
it's
always,
pain.
always, man, every job, there's always that one dude or that one person is just like you got to babysit them, and you're going, why
Yeah,
the fuck? Why? Why are they working here? What? I
yeah,
don't get it.
yeah. It's so yeah, I've no issues with smokers, but he's a smoker, and I
Yeah,
caught him hiding behind one of the dumpers having a fag once,
yeah.
um, and I just saw his feet underneath the dumper, just standing there, like, oh, I've got you. So I jumped out my digger, and I came like storming up towards him. I was like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "I, I, I, I thought we were sorting out the road." I was like, "Why aren't you doing it?" I was waiting for you. It's like, I'm in the digger. What are you doing? It's like, I don't know. And he just panicked.
Oh
And
my
yeah,
God.
he didn't talk to me for the rest of the day, weirdly enough. Yeah, I think I scared him a little bit.
I mean, bro, he needs something.
It's painful, honestly.
Oh,
It's
Jesus.
painful.
I
Yeah,
well,
it's
I'm not before I was the work I used to do, working in factories and stuff, I was a what they call like a process tech. So they're so I would run machine or help run machines, help set them up, for the
Yeah.
process for these, plastic. It would run plastic sheeting and film or whatever. But the so when we get somebody new, and they're just there's some people that are just fucking dumb, okay, and
Yeah.
then there's some people that are just fucking lazy, and then there's some people that are both, and they're kind of
Yeah.
lazy because they're dumb. And those
Yeah.
ones you try to work with, as long as they're teachable. But the ones
Yeah.
that, like what you're talking about, the ones that are shitty because the lack of effort, bro,
Hmm.
I have no fucking patience for those people. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, I'm like, bro, you're an adult. If I have to babysit you one more time, you just get the fuck out. Just go. Just go
Yeah.
home.
That's the thing.
And
This man's like 10 years older than me, and I am
right,
having to babysit him.
it's disgusting.
He's, yeah, it's, I mean, I know he's new to the job. He's never done this sort of work before, but you would have thought you'd have some form of common sense. You know, oh, I'm not doing anything a minute. What can I do to help the job instead of just standing there doing jack shit? It's, I feel like this is sort of therapy at the minute. I just need to rant and get this off my chest.
Right.
Honestly, it's painful.
Oh yeah. I hear you, man. Yeah, those are difficult. Now, how did you get into the kind of work you're doing now?
It's well, it happened through COVID with my dad's friend. So during COVID, I wasn't working because I worked in a warehouse in a retail store, and so yeah, I got sort of not laid off, but I got put on furlough, so we got paid for not working because my sister is classed as extremely vulnerable. So if I got COVID, she would be very susceptible to it.
Right.
So yeah, I was off work, and then one of my dad's friends' nephews needed help with work, and yeah, it's sort of, I was meant to be working for him for a couple of days,
Yeah.
and then a couple of days turned into a couple of weeks, just helping
Right.
out here and there where I could, and then turned into a couple of months, and then yeah, it sort of, yeah, it turned into, do you want a full-time job? Yeah, like, I'm an outdoorsy person, so being stuck in a warehouse was never what I wanted to do.
Gotcha.
So, being stuck in a warehouse or working outdoors, doing something I like, it was a no-brainer for me.
Sure.
So yeah, I went back to my job in the warehouse, handed in my notice straight away. Then a month later, I started doing this, and absolutely love it. 2 years on, absolutely love my job. I mean, there's days where I do absolutely hate it.
Sure.
Like, there's absolute pig days where it's just, why didn't I stay at my old job? You're indoors, you're warm, you're dry, it's easy, but at the end of the day, you're working outdoors, you're doing stuff you love, and you see the fruits of your labour. It's nice. It's nice seeing a reward for what you put your hard effort into. It's nice.
I think that's why I like what I do more than what I used to do. I was stuck in a factory for years, mostly because it was like one of the first jobs that came up after I got out of the military. Where once we started having kids, that paid the most. So I didn't really care what I did, and I was always handy with working on stuff, so fit right in with working on machines or whatever. But it's kind of a death trap because, like what you're saying, working in a warehouse, I was stuck in there all the time. I was, worked overtime a
Yeah.
lot, so I was there a lot of hours per week. But the reason I say it's a death trap is because you get hooked on this great paycheck because, bro, I was
Yeah.
making, double time on weekends and, with overtime and stuff. So I was able to, my wife stayed home. We have 5 kids. My wife stayed home with the kids until, I think until our oldest one was 10, maybe.
Mm.
So, like the first 10 years. And she was able to do that because of all the overtime I was able to work. So I kind of got
Mm.
stuck in that. And I didn't want to leave because I kept getting promotions
Yeah.
and making more money. And, but I did not like working indoors. And now,
Yeah.
with what I'm doing something different every couple weeks.
Mm.
But I have the same feeling, man. I feel like, I'm painting. Like today I was painting. So I see instant results, the
Yeah.
change right now in front of me. Uh, like what you're talking about, I see it change and I see the work that I'm doing and it looks good or whatever, or better than it was when we got
Yeah.
there. So it is rewarding that way.
Yeah. No, it is a really good feeling from because yeah, I used to be a manager in the warehouse and it was all numbers. That's all it
Yeah.
was. All numbers.
Yep.
And you never really got the satisfaction or that same feeling of, oh, my numbers have gone up.
Yeah.
Yay. Whereas now I can actually physically see what I've done
Yeah.
and I can see the rewards that it's reaping, and it's an absolutely different feeling. I absolutely love it.
That's good.
And yeah, the pay isn't it's not the same as it was in the
Right.
warehouse, but it's that feeling that I absolutely love and adore. I just can't get away from
Yeah.
it. It's yeah, working outdoors is just something different to me. Just yeah, it's a different feeling.
My youngest son, um, he's number 4 out of our kids. He's the same way. He started out in a factory.
Mm.
Same type of thing. It was, after high school and stuff, he was like, it's there's a lot of factories around where we live and that
Yeah.
pay really well. So he started out, he lasted, I don't know, a week or two. He's like, man, I cannot do
Mm.
this. And he went into construction work. So
Yeah.
he worked, you know, kind of building shit for just a few months and he got into project manager. So he works with a home
Okay.
builder. So
Yeah.
he's on the job site. He has tools of his own. He can go in there and, fix things if he needs to. So
Mm.
he gets a really good break. But he's always outside, working on stuff and working with these guys and these different crews and all
Yeah.
that. But the biggest thing he hates about his job is what we were talking about earlier. He's got to babysit some of the crew, because you have all these different contractors come
Yeah.
in and some of them do shitty work, and he's got to get on their
Yeah.
ass about fixing what they fucked up. So,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
It's one thing I picked up from. So yeah, obviously, I used to be a manager back in the warehouse, and it's one thing I hated was having to babysit other people. It's I'm just sort of I like to be other people's friends. That's my issue. I like
yeah,
to be liked.
yeah,
So I was I wasn't easy to push over, but I was easy to please in a way.
yeah,
And it sort of rolled over to airsoft in a way in my little group of friends. Like I like to keep people on their toes and sort of push for
mm,
better things, but yeah, it's sort of I'm a people pleaser, really.
yeah.
It's yeah, it's one of my flaws, but
Not really. I
you
mean,
know,
it can be a flaw, obviously, but uh, if it's really if you're doing it, if those kind of people are like, if they're too, if that's the only way that they get kind of like their self-image
Mm.
is by being accepted by somebody else. There's a limit. There's a balance with everything, obviously.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's not always a flaw. Most of us are people pleasers. We want to fit in. And then even people that say, "I don't care what people
Oh,
think."
they're the worst for it.
We we do care what people
Honestly,
think, man. That's
people that say they don't care what other people think, they're the
mhm.
worst. They're like, oh, I don't care what people think, but like my pictures. Honestly, like,
I had somebody not long ago, just like months ago. Listen, it's probably about 6 or 7 months ago. Somebody's messaging me. Now I have a Samsung Galaxy. I've had one since they came out, like fucking however many years ago. Okay, I got it
yeah,
because of the camera quality. Back when my kid, because
yeah,
I take pictures of my kids, and videos of them growing up and all that kind of shit. So anyway,
yeah.
I am the untrained and unprofessional and unofficial photographer of the family. Okay, um,
You're a family photographer.
so
Yeah,
so I've always had that. So that I've always used texting apps that just like the basic one that's built in. Well,
yeah,
that doesn't, these galaxies don't have that where you can see, if somebody read your text or opened it or whatever the fuck it is, like the iPhone thing does.
yeah.
So, which people thought that was great. They're like, oh, look how what this does. And when they showed me, I'm going, that's fucking dumb, bro. Why would you want, all that's going to do is make the OCD people fucking freak out about they they read my message but they didn't respond. Oh my god. I'm like,
Guilty,
dude.
guilty. Yeah.
So this this guy, what was it? Was it Instagram? I think Instagram, you can see if somebody reads it, or has
Yeah.
seen it or something. So somebody months and months ago text me back and said, "You left me on red." And I go, "Left you on red? What
Oh,
the fuck is that?" Like I had to look it up, bro. I didn't know what that
yeah,
meant. And I'm going, "Wait, what? Oh, oh, he's pissed because I didn't respond to his fucking text." And it wasn't even important. I'm like, dude, say that shit again. I'm gonna drop kick your ass, bro. Okay, get out of here. Holy shit. Left me
really?
on
He
red.
said that?
I was like, what?
God,
What does that mean? I don't get it. I had to look that shit up. I don't know.
that's. Oh
But
god,
anyway,
that's a bit.
the
That's a bit pathetic.
the people pleasing thing, we all want to be accepted. We all want to whatever, and people that say
Yeah,
that, oh, I don't care. It's not true. But we care in some way, in some fashion, and everyone has a different, I guess, level of it that kind
yeah,
of drives us or whatever. Like, social media, obviously, like nobody liked my picture. I only got 5 likes. I can't remember the last time I
yeah,
ever looked at one of my posts and see how many people liked it. I seriously don't. I'm not saying that to sound like I don't
yeah,
care. I legit
yeah,
don't have time to sit here and look at, oh, 23 people liked this picture. Like, I don't even fucking
yeah.
know, bro. I don't
I
care.
wish I could. I wish I could say that, but on today, so the picture I put on today of me in the suit and the Transformation Tuesday one,
Oh,
I was like, oh, it's a good picture of me and an airsoft picture of me, but
yeah.
I look good in both of them. Sweet. Less
Let me
than
see.
25 people liked it. I was like, oh, okay.
Just
I
today,
thought I
11
looked
hours ago.
good. Yeah,
The woman you're sitting down
yeah. So
at
I
like
was
a
at my cousin's
formal
wedding.
wedding, yeah. And then you're in
Yeah,
airsoft
so I
gear.
was,
Yeah, that's a good picture.
yeah, yeah. I thought I look good.
Hell yeah.
But
Now, I got
yeah,
to tell you
yeah.
though, your phone in your pocket in your jeans when you're about to play, you're gonna get that fucker shot, bro. Okay.
To be honest, I didn't even notice that.
That thing is a huge target. It's gonna get shot right by your
I
nuts.
didn't.
Okay.
Well, rather my phone than my nuts. So, to be honest, actually, no. Rather my nuts than my phone.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, your
like
nuts can heal. You can deal with the pain a lot easier than of that. A lot easier than your
yeah,
screen breaking on your phone.
yeah. Like, I turn my phone inwards when I play. Yeah, yeah. But no, that's
Put it in
like
your plate carrier.
I put it in my dangler pouch.
There you go.
So my little dangle pouch, I normally stick it in there. But yeah, that picture was just an impromptu picture.
Yeah.
So like, oh, we'll grab a picture of you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Hell yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
good.
I'm
That's a good picture.
thankful I have my I'm glad I had my face mask because I really did not look impressed in that picture. It was sort of like a yeah, take a picture.
Oh no, you look cool, man. You look tactical.
I mean, it's a skinny jeans. That's the skinny jeans in an urban environment is
Hell yeah. It's great, bro. It's great.
it's chef's kiss.
I mean,
It
that's the
looks good.
fucking the blue jean operator, like
I know
that's what they do. These guys
exactly.
that on the SWAT teams and shit, they get, they're on call. Bro, they're at a
Mm,
fucking, they're out to dinner and they get a call. They're in fucking, they show up with
yeah,
shorts and fucking
yeah.
jeans,
Sorry,
skinny
darling.
jeans.
I'm, sorry, darling. I've got to
Yeah,
go work.
yeah,
It's
work.
yeah.
And you see
There's a
them getting
picture
all
of
their shit
me.
on.
I
They've got
know.
like a
If you
t-shirt and jeans on.
if you go back a couple of months, there's a picture of me in short shorts, which is ha, like the absolute.
Is
Like,
that how you got Bernie to get with you? You showed her the picture of your shorty shorts.
you know it. No, we just met through work,
Yeah.
thankfully. I think if she saw the short shorts, she would have run for the hills. Yeah, it was.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. She nodded.
oh Jesus.
Yeah, it's the short shorts were. Tell you what, playing in that short of shorts in the CQB environment was really fun, really freeing. It was. I felt the air. It
Oh.
was.
Have you
It was
seen the guy
amazing.
that play? There's somebody that I follow on Instagram that plays airsoft in a kilt.
No, really?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm like,
I want to. I
bro.
want to do it.
If he kneels down the wrong way and gets shot, no, ooh, mm-mm.
Yeah, what you didn't see in that picture of me in the short shorts is I am Commando. Zero boxes in that picture.
Nice.
So yeah, if I did squat too far, you would see a goose egg pop out. Yeah, that
uh,
would have hurt.
that's a target. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly why I didn't squat.
Snipers are looking at you, waiting. Oh yeah, here we go.
Go on, squat. Do it. Do it.
You said you went to a
Yeah.
milsim last weekend.
Yeah, I went to it was my first one in about 3 years. Um so usually I play as the good guys, as the multicam boys. Yeah, this one I went as a cartel team this time because I fancied a bit of the bad boy vibes.
Oh shit.
Uh, so yeah, and it was really good fun actually. It was I spent most of the night sort of pissing off the enemy team. So when around their base, um, just taking pop shots into their base,
Nice.
and yeah, I have a friend that makes some very fun devices. so I could sort of ring the phone and it just goes. Boom. So I sort of laid some traps throughout the night. And I just
shit.
rung the phone, text the phone, and it just lets off a det every now and then.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah, it's fun shit, honestly.
Yeah.
I'll send you a picture later, because I can't show pictures of it properly, because it looks a bit dodge. Yeah, so there was three of us during the night just sort of taking pop shots. And
now, is this the charges or the booby traps or whatever? Did you buy those before you went to the thing, or do they have them at the event?
So we brought so you can buy remote pyro from people. They're literally just set off by an electric charge. But I have a friend that makes electric charges that are set off by phones.
Oh, that's cool.
So I can literally text the phone and it will release the current, which will set off the pyro.
That's awesome.
So I can literally, so if I wanted to, I could set a timer onto the phone.
Yeah.
And then periodically through the night, I can just release pyro, which it's fun.
That's cool as shit.
Really fun.
Yeah.
But
okay.
So there was three of us during the night. We just I think we got within about 10 meters of the enemy base, and one of them came out the front door, and we were just laying there, and he had a piss right in front of us. No less than a meter away from us. We just had piss. Didn't realise we were there. And we were just like, did we shoot him? Yeah. We'll let him piss in peace. Fuck it. So then he went back inside, and then, we just sort of opened fire, and we just hear the enemy commander shout, "Stand to!" getting everyone else up. So we just start releasing hell upon them. Then, 5 minutes die down, stand down, get into new positions, unleash hell upon them, stand to. Did that for about an hour. Just waking them up, letting them go back to sleep. It was absolute carnage. And then the two guys I went with, they got shot. Then I continued for about 20 minutes, and then I got bored because I wasn't getting shot at. And then I thought, fuck it, threw a grenade at the front door, and then I just walked off back to bed and fell asleep.
Oh, that's funny.
And then I remember at night I got woke up by one of the other teams. I got tapped on the shoulder, and then I just sort of woke up, looked up, and I just saw these green glow around these eyes and a barrel pointed at my face. I just heard, "You're dead." So, okay.
I just went back to sleep.
Yeah, just tucked myself back into sleep. I don't care. I'm tired. I'm going back to sleep. But I've been awake for about 20 hours. I don't care.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So
this
was this a continuous milsim? Like it was nonstop? Okay.
Yeah, so this was a full-on 20-hour milsim, 24-hour milsim.
Right.
So it started at 11 o'clock and then finished 11 o'clock the next day. But there was a torrential thunderstorm, rainstorm the next morning, so they called it early for health and safety reasons.
Yeah.
But majority of the night I was out just causing absolute havoc to the enemy team. And I had a friend on the other team who was like, "I hope you're all ready to stay awake the whole night." And I was like, "Why?" Like, clack. He's like, "Oh, fuck you." I didn't get. He told me he didn't sleep the entire night because of that.
That's awesome.
We just had teams going out through the nights, just keeping them up.
Yeah.
It was great. It was absolutely fun. And I went out on a patrol with about 8 other guys. 6 of them had night vision goggles, and then me and my mate Jordan didn't. So it was like, oh, we'll just stay at the back, follow everyone else. Then all the guys with night vision got killed. Then it was just me and Jordan left at the back with no night vision at all in the pitch black at about 1 o'clock in the morning. Be like, what do we do? We just managed to run away from the action, and then we found ourselves at the back of the enemy base. There's searchlights just darting in and out throughout the night. We had to sort of dart between the searchlights and get ourselves back to our little cartel village.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
That's cool. I mean, that's like fucking, what was that? Split. I mean, there's been a handful of video games that do that where you have to, run between the searchlights and hide in the shadows, Splinter Cell, and that's cool as shit, bro. Okay.
It felt like Call of Duty. It was so cool. There was one point where we were behind this barricade and there was a metal target, like the metal silhouette targets. And this guy just started shooting at the target. I'm like, fuck. Like, they'd seen us. He's just shooting at the target. And then he stopped. I'm like,
what?
I was hoping for some action. Like,
What was he doing?
He don't fucking know.
He didn't even fucking know.
Being an airsofter. Like, you just see something, you shoot it. It's just such a typical airsofter thing to do.
Right.
Like, oh, I'm bored, I'm going to shoot my gun. Like, it's ridiculous.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I don't know.
Now, what was the, what field was this at?
So this was a field, it's about an hour and a half away from me. It's called Apocalypse Airsoft.
Mm.
It's a really good site, to be honest. The amount of buildings and structures that they've built themselves is really good. So we stayed in a mock village as a cartel. The sort of wooden shacks they built.
Yeah.
Then they had a mock fob which they built / castle, which was really cool.
That sounds cool. There's something good about those overnight or continuous ones. For all the, I feel like people I've talked with, some of the best stories come from these continuous ones when they do, the teams do like what you guys were doing, just wreaking havoc throughout the night, where they won't let the other team, sleep or whatever. And it sounded cool.
Yeah, nice. I can't wait to do my next one. It's me and the guys I normally play with. We're planning on doing a milsim next year. So it's a 4-day milsim.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're planning on doing that, which is going to be. I've never done a 4-day milsim. I've only done probably about 2 or 3 proper 24 milsims.
Yeah.
So a 4-day is going to be absolute carnage.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be fucking sensational. It's either going to be absolutely amazing or it's going to be dog shit. So it's going to go either way.
Yeah. As long as it's set up right and run, if it's run, the event coordinators, as long as it's run properly, then it'll be good. If it's too,
the guys that are doing it are sort of it's sort of like the top tier of UK milsim. So
Nice.
it should be a very well run event, and run on a it's run on a MOD, so Ministry of Defence training site.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be tough. It's going to be really physically draining and mentally draining, but
Right.
it's going to be epic. Like we're doing
That's
it with
cool.
a bunch of ex forces guys, close protection officers. So, and that's just my group of guys I'm going with.
Right.
So the other guys that are playing, it's going to be sensational.
That's cool.
So it's going to be good fun. It's going to be good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how how did you get into airsoft? I know we went over this before when I talked with you and Bernie together, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
How did you start out?
So yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure I just came across the video on YouTube of Jet the Desert Fox, and I was thinking about this earlier. I'm pretty sure it was one of his Operation Lion Claw videos.
Oh, nice.
So it was a milsim that I saw, and it was, I don't know, it just grabbed me somehow of sort of the teamwork and the coordination of it's sort of the military simulation aspect of it just hooked me in.
Yeah.
Because as we spoke last time, I obviously wanted to join the military, but I can't because of medical reasons.
Yeah.
And it just it just really grabbed me into it watching that video. Ever since then, I've just not looked back. So watching that video just hooked me in, and then I just kept watching videos, and then there was there's a YouTuber in the UK that I started watching called Matt the Musketeer, who unfortunately doesn't do videos anymore that I'm aware of. I started watching some of his stuff, and then the more I watched it, the more I got hooked on it. And this is all during college. Then when I finally started, when I left college, I was like, right, I know what I want to do. I want to do the milsim side of airsoft. And I just sort of, ever since then, I've been sort of aiming for the milsim side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love it. It's the military side of things. I love the organisation, structure. It just hooks me in. It's this life that I've never had, but I can't get. I'm sort of like holding on to.
Right.
It's, I don't know, it's got a grip on me and I can't escape. I absolutely love it.
That's cool, though.
Yeah, it's a weird sort of, it's almost like a cult. It's sort of like the way I can describe it.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, it's sort of like offering you sort of loads of promises. It's like, oh yeah, you can be this and this and this, but you're not it. You can be an operator, you can be a soldier, blah 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 blah, but you're not. It just, yeah, it's, I don't know, it's weird. I love the sport to pieces. I absolutely adore it. But the amount of stuff that I see on the UK airsoft forums, it just really cringes me out.
Oh shit.
I don't know if you have it in the US, but there's some stuff on some of the UK forums that it just really sort of just really cringes you. Some of the stuff that, it's bad. It is bad.
People just like griping or whining and moaning about things about the
Yeah,
game, or okay,
it's a mix of it's a mix of people sort of like complaining about cheaters and people not taking their hits and that sort of stuff.
yeah,
Then there's people, so for instance, when Ukraine invaded Russia, Russia invaded Ukraine.
right,
I saw a video that was posted on TikTok of an airsofter with his. I'm not like he was wearing really cheap airsoft gear
yeah,
with a two-tone gun, so it's blue and black. You know, send me to Ukraine and I'll sort it out in a week. I was like, really? Like, mate, like,
they're
it's
just having fun,
painful to
bro.
watch.
They're just having
Oh
fun, bro.
yeah, it's having a joke and it's
Yeah.
having taking a piss. Like, I'm all about having fun and joking about, but there's a limit to. Yeah, it's
That's
painful,
funny.
honestly.
Yeah. I don't really follow any kind of forum type of stuff, or I don't really follow anything where I guess where people write or post about their airsoft stuff, except
Mm,
the people I follow on Instagram, who are
yeah,
always posting positive shit
yeah,
about their airsoft stuff. So I the honestly the only way I hear about some of these type of things is when I talk to people like yourself, like
yeah,
when you bring it up. When Dan and I were talking, he was talking about um, speed soft is like a bad word over
oh,
here, and I said, really? I said, oh, okay. So how? Because I've talked with a bunch of speed softers here in America,
yeah,
and a bunch of milsim people, like either one, and most of them are they're friendly with each other. It's not a big deal. You have
yeah,
the ones that prefer one or the other. They're like, yeah, I'm just whatever. Oh, somebody wants to play milsim, whatever. But when Dan was
yeah.
talking, he's like, bro, that's a bad word over here. Like we are at each other's throats about that shit. I said, really? I said, that's so funny, man. That's cool. I like
It,
conflict, so I like to see some of that shit.
you're a shit stirrer.
Sometimes,
It's yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. So, dude, you've got to look at it from both perspectives. Is you've got to take a step back and look at. Some people like the speed soft side of things. Some people like the milsim side of things. And part of our sport, because it's not a hobby, it's a sport. It's competitive.
Yeah,
Um, you have both sides of it, and I think both sides of it is good. You have your speed softers, your speed scubiers. They like their fast action side of it. Milsimers, you take your slow analytical side of it. It's good, but when you mix the two together, that's when you have your shitstorm. That's when you have your complaints.
yeah,
You almost have to divide the two in a way. But when you whack them in the middle in a skirmish, which is what everyone tends to play at, that's when you have your issues.
yeah.
Um,
That's funny.
it's if you like speed soft, you like speed soft. I don't care. If you like milsim, you like milsim. I don't care. As
Yeah.
long as you contribute to airsoft, that's
All
fine.
right. Let me ask you this:
Yeah.
would you wear a dye mask on the field?
No.
How dare you? What? You? Come on, man.
No. Glasses and a mask. No. I don't care if I got shot in the face. I got shot in the face on Saturday.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was more painful than getting blown up. I got shot on the bridge of the nose.
Ooh.
Literally on the bridge, and tears formed in my eyes.
For sure.
That hurt. Then when I got blown up, I was like, ow.
Yeah.
That hurt. I don't care if I get shot in the face. It's part of the game. Yeah.
I remember when the first time I heard about this, or, that I guess kind of figured that there was some, the kind of look like, I don't like this kind of thing, whatever. With I found this common theme with a lot of UK airsofters talking about this, because the first time I talked to Chloe, who runs Anglefield Echo channel, she says, I started out, when she was telling me how she started out in airsoft, I was wearing a dye mask, and the way she said it, the way she said it was like it was the most horrible thing ever. And I was like, and I thought, what? Okay, like, what's the problem? Like, I don't know. I didn't know. So she's like, I would never wear that now. I said, okay.
Yeah. If you wear a dye mask in the UK for airsoft, you're basically admitting you're a paintballer. Honestly, it's worse than sort of, I don't know. It's worse than cursing the Pope. Honestly.
Oh, that's funny.
Like, yeah. You might as well. No, it's.
Now, have you ever played indoor, like CQB stuff?
I've played a couple. I played in a World War II bunker.
Yeah. Is that
so
like
the
close?
One that Caitlin? Yeah, so the one that Caitlin and Dan talked about in their podcasts in the old World War II bunker. So this bunker was used in World War II as the D-Day of planning bit. So it was the main bunker that they used. So we played there, and some reason I do not know, I didn't wear a face mask in this. I just wore glasses. But free to everyone to shoot at in my face. And ever since I've been wearing a mesh face protection, I can't play without it now. Don't know why. It's all like it's a confidence thing.
Yeah.
Because I've never really cared about getting a tooth shot out before. But ever since I've had this mesh face protector by Lone Star Tactical.
I was going to say, is it Lone Star Tactical?
Yeah.
I've seen there.
Honestly, this guy makes the best stuff, honestly. It's so comfortable, you don't fog up. You don't notice it's there.
That's cool.
Honestly, it's great, and I cannot play without it. Honestly, even if it's in a woodland event, I cannot play without it. CQB, 100% straight on, it stays on.
Yeah.
Woodland, usually I wouldn't care about it. I used to wear a gum shield. That's coming from my rugby days of used to wearing gum shield. So I never really cared about it. But being shot in the tooth with a gum shield in, it hurts. It really hurts. I had pain go all through my mouth, up my face, into my skull. Oh.
Holy shit. Now, hold on. What's I thought you were talking about a mouth guard. Like the ones we have here where we're for football?
Yeah, so literally like the thing you put in your mouth and you just stick in your... And
it covers your teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to wear one for airsoft. And I got shot in the mouth with it, and it just literally just sent a shock all the way up my face.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And the bad thing is, um, so this was back at my old site in Worthing, and we had our lunch break, and I was like, oh, I can't find my gum shield. So I started looking for it. I was like, it'll be fine. I'll go out without it. And then as we walked out, I was like, no, I'm gonna grab it. Thankfully, I did, because that game I got shot in the front tooth, and yeah, it just went boom straight on my face. It was pain.
Oh my
Honestly,
God.
I think I'd rather get kicked in the balls. No, it was horrible.
Holy shit.
My two kryptonites are teeth and nails. No. See, I cannot play without any sort of protection here.
Yeah.
The rest of this, shoot at it all you want, I don't care.
Right.
But my mouth,
yeah.
No.
Well, when you said earlier about the bridge of your nose, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That'll make your eyes water like crazy. I think if I would want to cover anything on my face, it would be from my nose down.
Yeah.
I used to play, with paintball. We used to play with a full mask. It wasn't. I don't know if dye mask had a. I don't even know back then. 1994, 95. I'm not sure if they had
The thing is, I wasn't even born back then.
Fucker.
I only would have just been born back then, back in 94.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
And yet she gave me the bird.
Right?
Yeah.
I wore a face. Baby. I wore a face cover.
Yeah.
And man, have you ever played paintball?
I played it back in rugby. We did a couple of parties back in rugby days where we played paintball.
Yeah.
And
those
I remember
fuckers hurt, bro.
Tell you what, they hurt a lot more than paintball. A lot more than airsoft, honestly. But I remember it was the first time I went hit paintball. I literally ran and dove over a bush. I felt like I was Tom Cruise. It was awesome. It's like run, dive, hid under a bush. I was like, anyone that came past, I just sprayed them with paintballs.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do that now because I'm like, no, I don't want to get my kit dirty. No.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, that's one thing that that definitely is different between paintball and airsoft is and they know that they got shot. Like you shot them. Like there's no question.
Yeah.
And you're not going like, I don't know, did I hit him? I don't know. Like you see a fucking whap, and just
you just see that
shit going everywhere.
Yeah. That's the thing.
I wish airsoft had something like that.
It's one thing I miss about the old school airsoft days when I first started. So I started airsoft about 6 years ago. And I feel like in those 6 yeah, it was all the old school players. Everyone was like,
there we go. All right. So all I heard was, or the last thing I heard, you cut out. The last thing I heard was, you started airsoft about 6 years ago.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, old school players. I started airsoft about 6 years ago, and it was back when I'll say like the old school players were there, and in those 6 years, I feel like everyone's changed their perspective on hit taking, which is really sad. I've seen a lot more people not take their hits in the last 2-3 years.
Mm.
versus the first 2 or 3 years I started playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the last few years, I've seen a real change in player base, in their honesty,
Yeah.
which is what Airsoft is really. It's an honest game
Sure.
of, you get hit, you call it.
Mm-hmm.
But especially in the last 2 years, I've really noticed it. But I don't know if that's down to new players being
Right.
anxious about being hit, or if it's just dishonest players not taking the hits. It's
Yeah, I
hard.
wonder if if the ratio or percentage is the same. It's just the sport's grown so much,
Mm,
just by volume that maybe, obviously all those numbers will go up statistically or whatever.
yeah,
Um, yeah.
and I feel like COVID's had a massive thing, a
Hmm.
massive sort of influx into airsoft.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining about it because it's good for the sport. It's
Right.
it means more players get involved and more money is getting thrown into it. It means it's recognised as an actual sport.
Right.
But then if you keep having these dishonest players coming into it, it just sort of ruins it for all other players, whether they're new trying to get into it or the experienced players who just go every now and then just to shoot people. Because at the end of
Yeah.
the day, we're just grown men and women going into the woods to shoot each other. It's yeah. It's at the end of the day, airsoft, isn't it? It's a sport and an escape for me.
Absolutely.
I think most people feel the same way, but they don't like to admit it that airsoft is an escape from everyday life.
Yeah.
It's
I
it's the
mean,
one
it's
thing.
not a bad thing,
No, that's
you know.
not.
Like civilized living, we have very convenient lives. Like
Mm,
our system, like in your country, in our country, in a lot of countries, there's no major war going on throughout our countries. It's
mm,
not like we don't have lack of resources where our electric and where our power's not getting shut off constantly. Our water, we have a steady influx of food, water, like all the basic needs.
yeah,
And I mean, as an adult, you go to work. You don't work
yeah.
24/7, so you go to work, and then we have
No,
time on the weekends, or we have time to, for ourselves, for entertainment and whatever else. Uh, if you don't fill that with something that you're working towards, we're
mm,
passionate about, life could be fucking boring. So um, you got to do something. Like we're not
yeah,
meant to just lay in bed and then go to work, and then lay in bed and go to work and lay like that's
yeah,
fucking boring. So it's okay to have an escape that is especially
yeah,
one that's like airsoft, that gets people out of the house. It's positive. You get around other people
mm,
that have a similar interest, and also such a diverse group of people
yeah,
in their beliefs, in their upbringing, where they came from, how they got into it, what
yeah,
they like about it, whatever. Like, there's a very, very diverse. So it keeps it interesting because you're always meeting these new, interesting people, and you throw in all the gear. And somebody shows up with some new shit, and you're going, "What is
yeah,
that? Where did you get
yeah,
it?" Okay, and so
yeah.
it's always sparking that
That's
interest.
that's the same on Fabio. He's a walking airsoft shop. Honestly, that man comes
Who
up
is
with a
it?
new gun every couple of weeks.
Who?
My mate Fabio,
Oh,
um,
I need to
every
talk
couple
to
of
him.
weeks,
Yeah.
Dan and Caitlin have mentioned him,
Mm.
and he comes up with a gun every couple of weeks, every few weeks, new gun, new
Yeah.
gun, new gun. And it's like, keep this one. You know, this is the one to stay. Sure. Sells it, buys a new one. It's like, no, this one's staying. Buys it, sells a new one.
Oh shit!
Honestly, it's amazing to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, but so he's started getting me on the gas weapons now.
Gotcha.
Like, I've always been AEG, and then ever since I had my GBLS, I've stuck to that. It's the hybrid between the gas and electric. Phenomenal.
What now?
Best of both worlds.
It's a hybrid.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about it. I didn't know they made those. Okay. So how does that work?
So it's electric powered.
Yeah.
But it functions like a gas blowback. It's so
does it run gas at all?
No gas.
Okay.
But the bolt functions like a gas blowback.
Right.
So there's only about 3 moving parts in it.
Yeah.
So electric goes to the motor goes to the gears, then the gears move the piston, and then boom. That's it. It's a phenomenal piece of work.
Yeah. I've seen those. Okay. We actually had one. We had a G36 that was a electric blowback, and but it was like a cheaper model, real light. I gotta say though, we were trying to figure out how to shut that thing off because there was an option. You could do some kind of thing with the trigger, I guess, to some sequence, whatever, where it would turn that feature off because it was draining our battery so fucking fast, bro.
But I mean, this one you cannot turn off the function. It's the bolt moves no matter what. Is what Dan was talking about on his podcast. So he was trying to get his rifle to work like mine.
Gotcha.
But I mean, his rifle he bought it at 360 standard. Yeah. Mine's 1600.
Holy shit! What now? What gun is this?
So it's a GBLS DAS.
Oh my god!
It's classed as a professional training weapon. So militaries and police use it as sort of realistic training.
Yeah.
Without using simunition.
Oh, that's cool.
It's fucking awesome, honestly.
Yeah.
You should have heard of AO 500. In the dark corridors, you just hear it clack, 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 clack.
Oh my god.
I've had so I went to a game I think it was like last year, when I was on one team and my mate Jordan was on another team. And he was like, mate, I could hear your gun shooting, I avoided you. That's how good it is, because he was like, I'm staying away from that. I can hear it. I'm staying away.
Yeah.
I'm going to go this way. It can outshoot snipers. Like, I can throw 3.6s, like 0.36 grams BBs, just
that far.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Mate, it's not the fastest shooting gun.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, it's got to function the bolt.
Like, hand on heart, most accurate gun. Once you've got it zeroed in, 1 BB, boom, all you need.
Jesus.
The amount of times I've one-shot someone, just boom. It's sensational, awesome. Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first started, I was like, I'd never spend more than, £300 on a rifle. It's obscene. And then, like, my first rifle, G&G, I was like, 150, 160 quid. Sure. Then I brought an AK, 170 quid. Yeah. And then I brought, I think it's about a year down the line, I brought a Tokyo Marui 416. 600 quid. It's like, cool, breaking the bank. And then I was doing a training session down the shooting range, and the boss down the range lent me his GBLS. He was like, just use this for the session. And I shot it, and you didn't even have to look down the sight. You just shoot it, and it went where you wanted it to go. I was like, I want one. £1,000 down the line. That gun's the mortgage, honestly. But it's,
oh my god,
it's honestly sensational.
Yeah,
the reloads are as real as you can get. Obviously, I mean the recoil isn't quite there because I think gas still has that advantage, but reloads, accuracy, that gun is,
dude. Yeah, accuracy is a big thing with airsoft. Like if you can get that better, functioning better, then that's the gun you want to stick with.
Yeah, if you can, get a grouping within, big on a human target, that's...
Bro, I was watching this video. Somebody that I had done a podcast with, or no, somebody I was asking to be on a podcast or something. I was looking at their Instagram, and I looked at their YouTube channel, and I can't remember. This is a few months ago, and I was watching some of their GoPro footage, their scope cam footage, and they were just using it. They weren't doing sniping or anything, but they had a regular rifle or whatever. Maybe an M4 style, and they were shooting, and the BB was going fucking, bro. It was bad. It was like just curving all over the place. Like, it wasn't the wind, okay? It was definitely the way his gun was shooting and the hop up and whatever. It was just twisting it this way, then this way, but it was, I'm exaggerating obviously, but it was really noticeable. So he's trying to shoot somebody in a window, and he couldn't, he kept trying to adjust. I was like, oh, that's the worst, man. When you're trying to, when we've tested these guns and we're trying to hit the target, for the video, we're trying to show whatever. We're like, where the fuck did that BB go? Oh, it hit the ground before it hit the, okay. Like, turn it upside down and shoot it. There we go. That's what we do. Holy shit.
Yeah, but I mean, these so the GBLS has sort of the regarded best hop-up unit you can get a rifle. So it's called a Western Arms hop-up unit. It's fucking sensational, honestly. Yeah. It's an absolute bitch to adjust because you have to break the top down, take the bolt out, tweak it with an Allen key. Once you get it sorted, it's on. It's spot on. You don't need to touch it at all.
Damn, that's cool. And is that what you run most of the time? Is 3.6s with that gun?
I only use 2.8s.
2.8s?
Honest. Yeah, 2.8s because they just fly that little bit faster.
Yeah.
But they are accurate still as.
Oh, that's cool.
So I've got it set.
Yeah.
So I can shoot about 70 meters on a 2.8.
God, that's awesome.
Like pinpoint on the dot.
That's crazy.
Sail. It's The only thing is you cannot be stealthy with that gun.
No.
As soon as you fire it, as soon as you fire it, everyone knows you're there. Like, I'm here. So, but one cool thing about it.
Have you thought about the HPAs, like doing an HPA gun?
It's for
it to be quiet.
I am very sad to admit this, but yes. Um, I have thought about it.
Why is that sad?
Because
No,
HPA is it's sort of frowned upon
is it?
over this. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
in the UK, it's sort of frowned upon because it's sort of it's associated with speed softers.
Gotcha.
Um, and yeah, being in the UK, speed soft is frowned upon.
Right. Okay.
Um, but with me and Dan looking at doing the YouTube style of things,
Right.
HPA is king. Unfortunately, like, you just cannot beat HPA at the minute. The
Yeah.
consistency, just you can't. It's
Well, they're so fucking
yeah,
quiet, dude. This
quiet, fast,
the guy,
accurate.
yeah, one of our videos, we had a friend of ours over, um, who we found, followed us on our channel, whatever, and then ended up, we found out he lived, 20, 30 minutes away. Well, he came over. He's been in a handful of videos with us. His name's
Yeah,
Todd. We did a video where he did a full breakdown of his Kythera build. Okay, so he HPA'd one of his M4s, and in the video, and he put a max pressure on the end.
yeah,
This thing was, we were 50 feet away. Okay, me and JP, me and Johnny were standing at the end, and then Todd and Christian and Colton were up with him, and they would shoot. Now, 50
yeah.
feet is not that far. Okay, they
No,
would shoot at the targets. We're standing, I'm filming, uh,
yeah,
and I'm trying to capture the sound from that far away
yeah,
as he's shooting these little metal targets on the table right next to me. And so I'm filming, and I'm like, is he going to shoot? And then all of a sudden I hear this,
yeah,
psst, the BB I hear the wind from the BB going past me.
yeah,
And I go, like, I did not hear the gun at all. Me and JP looked at each other and go, holy shit, dude. This is fucking, like,
yeah,
quiet. I mean, quiet. You do not hear it.
yeah.
So it's pretty cool for that. And it's very consistent,
Yeah, that's the sad thing about it though, is I love the realism of airsoft
Yeah.
because yeah, I can't join the military, so I can't get any closer than what we're doing at the minute
Right.
is airsoft. But the HPA is you just can't beat it at the minute. The
Yeah.
consistency, the accuracy,
Right.
distance it can get. Yeah, things I just don't think I could run a HPA. I can't run the hose because I like shooting
Yeah.
on hand and off hand. I like being able to change, and I don't like having that restriction of the hose.
Yep.
Um, yeah, it's
Well, they have
it's a
the
change.
ones. They have the ones now where they have the tank in the stock. So M4 style stock, whatever.
Yeah,
The air tank, it's a little 12
yeah,
ounce, goes right in the stock. Now, it's not going to last, 8 hours of gameplay, but
yeah,
you could fit one. Those little tanks are like this long, about that
mm,
big. Throw, another one in your backpack
yeah.
or in some kind of pack or in your pocket or whatever, and then you could put it in your front pocket of your skinny jeans. Okay, and then
Oh, let it get shot
Bernie will
out.
be like, "Oh, are you excited to see me?"
No, it's just my gas tank.
But they do have those in the stock. But like I said, yeah, it wouldn't last very many hours
Yeah,
of gameplay. But those are
yeah,
kind of cool. But yeah, that
yeah.
that GBLS sounds really cool. Yeah,
So if you come over for National Airsoft, I will let you have a go on it and
hell
let you
yeah.
feel like the proper airsoft rifle. Like the
Oh, that's
screw
awesome.
gas blowback,
I
like
got
it
it.
is pinnacle
All right,
of
I have a couple.
airsoft.
I have a couple questions for you before we wrap up. So
Yeah,
these are just quick yes or no, or whatever. Quick answer questions.
Yeah.
Uh, nods or no?
No.
No nods.
No. No nods. Because it gives away digital signature.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, everyone. If you have the proper equipment, you can see the digital signature. Whereas if you don't have nods and the proper gear, you can't see it. You can just blend into the environment, and you have the upper hand. And you can tend to see the green or white glow depending on what they're running on their
Gotcha.
face. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. How about, I'm not sure if you guys have this over here or over in the UK. The bang bang rule or no?
Oh no, fuck that! I'm gonna shoot you. Like point blank, I'm gonna shoot you. No,
Yes, I
no,
love it.
no. Like point
Okay,
blank,
so
no, shoot me.
I started asking people this because I'm really curious why these fields implement a bang bang rule when every single person I've ever talked to or heard of or their friends and who they play with, like
Hmm.
nobody likes the fucking bang bang rule. So why are these field owners doing a bang bang rule? Like, get rid of
Every
that shit,
airsoft
bro.
site, every airsoft site I've been to in the UK. Obviously, I live in the UK, but yeah, every airsoft site I've been to, they're like, we don't have a bang bang rule. We're not America. Just
Oh,
if you sneak
nice.
up on if you sneak up on someone, give them the chance to surrender. If they try and shoot you, just shoot them back. But 9 times out of 10, everyone just shoots each other like
Yeah,
point blank. But it tends to be in like a chest rig. It's someone
right.
that's you're not going to get hurt. Or if you're an absolute arsehole, shoot him in the arse because that really hurts. Which is what I tend to do because
Nice.
if you get the drop on someone, then it's their fault for not being observant of their surroundings.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
You should be punished for that. Like, you should have a little bit of pain
exactly.
involved with being a dumbass on the field. Like, next time,
Exactly. Learn
look
from your
around.
mistakes. Yeah,
Right.
don't get tunnel vision.
Right. No
Yeah,
shit, right? Oh, that's good,
exactly.
man. So tell everybody where they can find you online again.
So at the minute, I'm just on Instagram, which is Freelance Airsoft. Me and Dan, which be on YouTube soon in the next, hopefully, 3 months once I get my GoPro set up. Um,
Nice.
then we'll start recording some 6 sessions,
Good.
um, which we'll release on our Instagrams, and you can go and follow us on YouTube's and Instagram.
Awesome. So Freelance
So,
Airsoft on Instagram and coming soon YouTube channel.
yes, we're
Hell
yet to
yeah.
decide on a name yet because no one really does a duo YouTube channel yet.
Yeah.
So we're aiming for the different angle. So yes,
I'll shoot your
yeah.
ass. How about that? I'll shoot
But
your
yeah,
ass airsoft. That's it.
come to the UK and yeah, let's see.
That's awesome, man. Well, listen, bro, it's been great talking with you.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time. In the next few months, I want to have you and Dan on. Maybe do all four of you guys, both of y'all couples, right?
Yeah.
All together. That'd be cool.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely sort something out. We'll get some proper mics set up,
Yeah.
and we'll see if we can do it from a proper English pub.
Dude, that'd be
So
fucking
me
awesome.
and Caitlin, the alcoholics, can get absolutely
I'll
smashed.
drink with you
And,
guys. I'll drink with you guys.
I mean, I've had about 4 gins this podcast, so I'm
Oh, you're
pretty
gonna sleep
wavy.
good, bro. Well, I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
All right, mate.
Yep. And we'll see you next time. Tell Bernie I said hey.
Will do, and I'll see you soon.